Hello everyone, welcome to a Qt installation video. Open up a browser, go ahead and type in login.qt.io, then simply put in your credentials. Okay, it'll welcome you like this. Go to download section here. You can see you can select your operating system here, and in my case I'm going to be using Mac OS. Guys, the installation is almost the same. Every step we take is going to be the same as Windows, Linux, and let's go ahead and download Qt Online Installer for Mac OS. I'm going to click on it and allow it to download the file. It is going to be around 20 megabytes, and yeah, it is 20 megabytes. Now double click on it. Double click on this. Qt Online Installer Mac OS X64.4.10 is an app downloaded from the internet. Of course, I'm sure in Windows it's going to be like next, just like Linux, but this one, no, just a click or a drag and drop in the application folder. Okay, welcome to the Qt Online Installer. Let's go ahead and click on next. It's going to ask you, I don't know how it has saved my credentials in here. Maybe there I have it's stored from my previous versions that I have installed, but you're going to be using the same email and password that you use to log in into this website, and simply click on next. I don't know why next is disabled here. Let's just delete this one. And yeah. Okay, disable sending usage statistics. Maybe we had to just select one of these. Click on next. Guys, don't shy away every time I try to install Qt Creator. I see any new changes. But the total installation is going to be like this. The only thing that matters in this video is going to be the libs you install, the plugins you install, and yeah. Okay, you're going to be using the right for the license of the project. I have read and agreed to terms and conditions of using open source Qt. I'm an individual and do not use Qt for any company. Of course, we're an individual. We're not going to use it for any company. But if you do use for your company, your work, professional occupation, simply go ahead and click on this and follow the steps like that. Okay, I have selected this one, but yeah. Retrieving information from remote repositories. Guys, one of the biggest mistakes you make when you want to install Qt Creator is you click on all plugins and libraries, externals. That is not a good thing. You know, you're going to be, you have to install the necessary all necessary things that you're going to be using in your projects in the future. I don't suggest you to go ahead and click on everything. Don't be that guy. It is going to take almost around 30 gigabytes of your storage. That is not good. Later on, you can always run your Qt maintenance tool and add any component you are to use in your future projects. But let's go minimal and let's reduce the download size for now. Let's just have a simple Hello World application up and running. We don't want to bloat our system with the things that we do not use. Always less is more. Keep in mind. Okay, enough of talk. Let's wait for component scripts. Okay, we have Qt 6.9 for desktop development. Qt applications from a one code based multiple desktop platforms. Guys, the reason I love Qt and I use Qt every time I write C++ code is because I can make console applications alongside QML applications, very lovely mobile applications, desktop applications, web servers, and everything. I have used it for mobile application, but come on, always native is better than uh, third-party applications like this, programs like Qt. But of course, you can make beautiful Qt programs. I'm not gonna be touching anything here. It will require only 3 gigabytes. Guys, this will install everything you need to run a Qt application. But before going ahead, let me tell you something. You should have Xcode installed on your system because Qt on macOS is going to, first of all, if you are on Windows, if you are on Linux, you don't need to install anything. Maybe a few packages on Linux like GCC, G++, Build Essentials, libgl for graphical applications. But on Windows, you don't have to do anything. Maybe if you want to use MSVC, Microsoft's compiler, you have to have Microsoft Visual Studio installed before your Qt installation. But on Mac, you should install Xcode because it installs the development packages, compiler, and everything you need. If you do not install Xcode, which is going to take 8 gigabytes, of course, if you do not install Xcode, you are not able to load any kits on your Qt application, and you're going to be you're going to be asked from your computer to install your Xcode. I'm not gonna select custom installation. We'll go with this, but let me feed your curiosity. If we click on custom installation, you'll be prompted to a list of extensions and tools that you may not even know what they are about. And we're not going to be going with custom installation. Let's go back and uncheck this one. Click on next. You have selected an existing non-empty directory for installation. Guys, I have installed Qt before, but I have deleted everything from it. So right now when I click on yes, it will wipe everything and it will replace everything with Qt 6.9. Let's go ahead and click on yes. I have read and agreed to terms contained in the license arguments. Let's be honest, we never read this stuff. So what will we have in our system installed? It's gonna be Qt 6.9.3 and desktop development packages. Additional libraries is gonna be Qt Charts, multimedia, which we are not gonna be needing them, of course. Qt Quick Timeline, shader tools. Of course, we don't need this one, but let's just install the easiest way we can. Build tools is going to be CMake, of course, Ninja, and Qt Maintenance Tool, which is a very necessary part of component of Qt, which is going to be installed automatically to our system. Okay, we have Qt Creator 17.0.2. Let's go ahead and click on install. Wow, you see the internet speed. It'll take a while. I will pause the video and I will get back to you. Okay, our installation is over, and here we can see the page which says Qt has now been installed on your computer. Let's go ahead and click on Launch Qt Creator and test it. Verifying Qt Creator. It was like verifying Qt Creator and verifying Qt Creator. Suddenly decided to show it up again. Okay, we have a bunch of projects here which may have stuck in the cache of Qt Creator, but right now you can see that you have installed Qt Creator. If it is your first time, you can see projects, examples, tutorials, and courses, and we're going to be making our own project. Let's go ahead and say create project, which is application, choose untitled 2, and next. I'm not gonna touch it. Next, just this time debug and release both of them together. Release with debug information profile, minimum size release. I do not use them, so just debug and release. No iOS, I don't want iOS here. And no version control. This is just a test application. I will have this application run in a few seconds. Give it a little bit of time. It will generate automatically this CMake for you, and you will have a main window, and you will have a main window.cpp and our main application. Let's go ahead and click on Command R, which will click on this one and run your application. If everything is installed correctly and if every pre-requirement is met, you will see your application. Oh yeah, that's it. We have a main window and this is our application. If you want to test it and I want to like run one of my applications, like my dictionary application, let's go ahead and configure the project and Command R. It's pretty fast. I like how fast it is. I don't like this white coloring. I mean, my code environment is always in dark mode, like Darkula, Monkai, Monokai, I don't know how to spell that. And okay, there's text to speech here. Okay, this project needs enhancements. I'm not going to take my time, but yeah, that's it. This is how you can install Qt Creator. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, please ask me in the comment section below. Please subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be teaching you everything about Qt Creator, like everything possible in this lovely, lovely C++ wrapper. And yeah, thanks so much. Have a good day. See you in the next one.